Hello guys, welcome back to a brand new video because I'm doing well. Yeah, bit of an awkward one. So yesterday I made a video about also being linked to Calafiori, the Italian centre back. Now, yeah, in my video I was saying about how this deal I don't see it happening, I don't see how it happens. But over the last 10 or 12 hours, this deal has suddenly accelerated to the point where Arsenal are now front runners of this deal ahead of the other clubs. Now, of course, in the report, it seemed like, Juventus were the front runners. Of course, it makes sense that Italian players don't often leave the league. And with Thiago Motta going, they made sense, that was going to happen. But it seemed now that Bologna actually favor Arsenal's transfer over the other teams. But the number one important thing is that he gave the green light to Arsenal. Apparently, he is open to a move to Arsenal. I think that is the number one thing. I always knew that Bologna would, of course, want to sell abroad because that's how they would get the most amount of money. But for me, the main thing came down to the player himself. Italian players, I've said in my last video, these guys do not move from the Italian league. That's why I was a bit skeptical when this happened, because I felt to myself that, even if the club agrees to it, if the player doesn't agree, it doesn't happen. And I just felt, with how unlikely is the Italian, how rare it is for Italian players to move, I just felt that this still wasn't going to happen. But it seemed like out of nowhere this deal has just accelerated. Apparently, though, of course, only two clubs now apparently remaining in this deal is Arsenal and Chelsea. Now, apparently Chelsea are interested in the deal, but apparently they can only offer players, whilst Arsenal can offer more of the fee up front. And I think that's what's really getting us ahead in terms of the transfer. The Mail Sports Simon Jones has said that Arsenal have open talks over Ricardo Calafiori and are discussing personal terms with the players' representatives. Arsenal have identified him as the top defensive candidates. Arsenal are now attempting to push through a deal before the preseason tour of the USA begins. He's well liked by Arteta because of his ball playing ability and confidence when stepping out from the back line. Now, it made sense when you watched him for Italy, how good this guy was defending, very comfortable on the ball. And I think a lot of questions are coming up on where does he play in this Arsenal team. For me, I think he is going to, I don't see him playing centre back, but I do see him playing as a left back or right back. I think that's where he's going to play. I just don't see him benching Gabriel or Saliba, especially after the season them two just had. So for me, I don't see how he's going to play centre back. I do see him playing as a full back. And when you look at it, Mikel Arteta doesn't actually go for attacking fullbacks. When you look at the fullbacks that we play, Timber, who can play right back as well as centre back. Tomiyasu, who came playing as a centre back but can play right back as well. Ben White, same thing. Kiwior, same thing. Our only fullback, natural fullback we have, I'm thinking to myself, it's only Tierney. He's the only left back. Even Zinchenko, he's been forced to play left back. He actually plays as a midfield for Ukraine. He plays left back for Arsenal. But when you look at that, you can see Arteta has a very specific requirement when it comes to fullbacks. I think it seems for him, defense first, attack second. And I think that's what a signing like that just highlights the point more, because I don't think this guy's coming in to play as a flipping third choice centre back. If he comes, he's going to play as a fullback. But if you look at our options in defense, now we got Ben White, Timber, we got Tomiyasu, Saliba, Gabriel. We also have this guy if we sign him. Then we got Kiwior, Zinchenko. We have around 8 to 9 players in defense, and they're all top quality players. Of course, there are some exceptions, but I do think this will give us more flexibility and a bit more reassurance. Like for me, Tomiyasu, I love Tomiyasu, right? He's a really good player. But one thing about Tomiyasu that you cannot ignore is this guy is constantly injured. And I think we are preparing for Tomiyasu in case he doesn't get injured. Brilliant player, by the way, but he constantly gets injured. So I think that's why this still does make sense. For me, I would love to sign him also. Do I think it's going to happen? I'm still not 100% sure. I'll be honest. I'm still not 100% sure. I just don't think, until I see it by David Ornstein. I mean, I think Fabrizio Romano, let me see if I can load up what Fabrizio Romano has said whilst I'm talking to you guys. Yeah, until David Ornstein really tweets us saying it's been done, then yeah. But for me, honestly, I just don't see it. I just don't see it until David Ornstein tweets it. Let me just see what he said. Yeah, so he said that apparently also have Mikel Arteta have approved the Italian defender. They have good relationship with Tomiyasu, with Bologna after the Tomiyasu, of course, deal. Of course, we signed Tomiyasu from them. The request is around 50 million euros. Still no formal bid has happened, and of course, Chelsea would offer players as part of the deal. So yeah, and also Arsenal have presented long-term proposal to Ricardo Calafiori and after interest revealed last week. Understand players open to joining us, or if they can agree terms with Bologna. So yeah, so that's why it seems like it looks like Arsenal are the front runners. I think it's more of the fact that we are willing to pay instead of just giving money compared to Chelsea. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what happens. This deal has started just accelerated. So I guess we'll see what happens. Of course, Italy are not to have the Euro, so I'm sure we'll see this deal happen. We'll know if this deal happens or not. But it does look like there is positive signs that also are looking to push the signing, because all the reports I'm seeing is apparently have agreed personal deals, also are looking to make a bid. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens. For me, I'd love to sign him. But yeah, that's the end of today's video. What a crazy flipping 24 hours from my last video saying when this, I don't see this still happening, to now potentially we could see this happen before pre-season. But yeah, that's just my thoughts. I would love to know what your guys' thoughts are. Drop me a comment, like the video as always, subscribe, and yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Thank you guys for watching.